Hi, it's Jane with Scraptastic Yarns, and are you ready for a little normal Tuesday? Well, maybe it's not normal. Can't be normal. I mean, we're hearing in the news post office rates are going up, and it's even slower. I went to look to see what my renewal for my post office box is. It's gone up for 6 months worth from $32 to $42. Gas is up, you name it, it's all up. And then Dollar Tree, come on, Dollar Tree? Now things are $1.50 to $1.60. And I read an article saying that they're going to start introducing things that are $1, $3, and $5 at Dollar Tree. Are they going to change their name to Dollar Tree Plus? Who knows? Things are going up. It's ridiculous. And of course, now we're looking at, I don't know about in your area, but in ours, they've started limiting how many packages of toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates you can get. Here we go again. Oh boy, it's a rather interesting time these days, isn't it? Now, I am going to show you finished items. Very few. I did finish a divine hat, and this is done in Northern Sky something by I Love This Yarn. And this I did with the normal J hook. And of course, as always, I need to make a note on that J hook is for a man's hat. I need to go for the eye for ladies and whatnot. Now, I also have a lovely little finished item. And here is a picture of it straight on. So, let me tell you about this. This is a tic-tac-toe game. Now, I originally had looked at some other tic-tac-toe games, and of course Nadia of YARNutopia has a beautiful one where she takes and makes the plushy X's nose, and I will link that one down below. But Rose, with Rose Likes Crochet, November is boy toys. Toys for boys. Boy toys. Oh, don't we wish. Is toys for boys with wings. So I thought, that's an awful large game. And, if I want to make quite a few of them, I should have started a couple of months ago. So basically what I did is I just decided I'm going to make my own little version. And yes, I did use the idea of doing the chain around the edges to actually, and as you can see, my lines aren't straight, but that's okay, to gather it up. Now, I'm working on doing a video tutorial on this, because this is made with an eye hook. Okay? And you don't have to do the surface crochet if you don't want to. You can actually, run ribbon through there, or you could use some tulip paints and paint your lines if you wanted to, or you could embroider your lines if you chose to do that. But I chose to use the surface crochet. And these are half double crochets, on this one. But I thought I need something a little smaller so I can make quite a few. And while we were talking about it, someone suggested when I had posted this picture on the Scraptastic Yarns group page that it would also be great for the Operation Christmas boxes, shoe boxes that they do for the kids. And this would be. It would be absolutely terrific. Now, I made this with an I hook. In the tutorial, I am going to make it with a G hook, so you can see you can actually make these smaller if you so desire. And then I decided that with the X's and O's that I wanted to just crochet them. And what I did is I crocheted around, did the surface crochet around a certain round and did the X's. And then I did another round, plain, and then crocheted them together like you would do a scrubby. So it's great. It's turned out. I had taken it with me to the prayer shawl to see if the gals at the shoe bank thought it was okay, and they were thrilled with it. They said it would be great, to make those and to send them up to hospitals to the pediatric units so the kids could play, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm looking at, and I'm hoping to get that tutorial out sometime this week. That's it for finished items. And I'm also working on the tutorial for the cowl that I made based on Crystal, a Bag o' Days hat, $6.96 with the puff stitches. And I think you'll find that very easy cowl to make. You're basically doing the stitches that you did in the hat. You can make it just a small, close to your neck cowl. You can make it a Mobius. You can make it an infinity scarf. It's just a lot of fun. It's very versatile, so you can do a lot of things with it. And that, my friends, is it for those kind of things. I hope that you enjoyed seeing the knit and run. It has taken up a lot of my time for the past couple of weeks. My partner in crime, Jerry, and I do a lot of organizing, do a lot of things, and we also get the yarn out and counts. And I will tell you, we still have probably another 700 to 900 items to give out as well. And those are things that people will pick up at a later date. We'll make arrangements to deliver them at a later date. So we still have a lot of work ahead of us. And last week was Thomas's chemo week. And so last week was a very stressful, high-strung, busy week, because I am Thomas's Uber when he needs to go to class. So I would have to go do something, come back, take him to school. Yes, he's still teaching. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're sitting at with that. So, yeah, we still have a few more weeks, and I am considering this month, Take Care of Jane week, month, I guess, in a sense. I'm not, signing up for things, doing things that I would normally do or want to do because I have things to do. I have a bunch of bags over here that I still need to get sewn up. And unfortunately, they're Halloween bags. Just time got away from me. That's all that happened. So, it happens, right? So are you ready for a little what incarnation now? Because I have some stories. Winnie the Pooh? The original bridge from Winnie the Pooh from Ashdown Forest is up for auction. The iconic bridge that became famous as Pooh Sticks Bridge, thanks to A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh books, is now being auctioned off to find it a new home. Summers Place Auctions said the bridge, originally known as Posing Ford Bridge, when it was built in Suffolk's Ashdown Forest in 1907, became an iconic setting when Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh used it to invent the game Pooh Sticks in Milne's 1928 book, The House at Pooh Corner. Christopher Robin Milne had the bridge officially renamed Pooh Sticks Bridge in 1979. The bridge became a popular tourist destination and was removed in 1999 to make way for a sturdier recreation funded in part by Disney. The original bridge has now been fully restored and reconstructed using local oak for any missing elements. The bidding on the bridge starts October the 6th, and the auction house said it is expected to sell for up to $81,300. Get you a bargain there. Now this next story, COVID has done a lot over the past year and a half, 2 years now that we're going on with it. That's prevented a lot of weddings, a lot of funerals, a lot of get-togethers, because COVID. But a couple found a way to bring their family together. New York couple holds wedding at Canadian border so family can attend. A New York couple whose wedding plans were interrupted by border closings from the COVID-19 pandemic held a ceremony at the U.S.-Canada border so the bride's parents and grandmother could attend. Karen Mahoney and Brian Ray, ski instructors who live in Katyville, New York, said they were hoping the Canadian border would reopen in time for their wedding when they planned it for September. But they had to come up with a new plan when the date approached and crossings remained banned. Mahoney, who met Ray 35 years ago when he taught her how to ski, said it was important to her that her parents and 96-year-old grandmother, who live in Quebec, attend her wedding. She is my only living grandparent, the only grandparent I've ever known, so it's very important for me for her to be there to watch the happiest day of my life, Mahoney told CNN. The most important part of the day for us was the promises we told to each other, and we wanted my parents and grandmother to witness that. Ray contacted a man he identified as Border Brian, a childhood friend who earned his nickname by joining the Border Patrol. Brian arranged for the couple to hold a wedding ceremony at the Jameson Line border crossing, where Burke, New York, meets Quebec. He was off duty at the time and let the other agents who were on duty know what was going to transpire. He arranged it so that it would be uninterrupted. The couple said the rules for the ceremony included each attendee staying on their own side of the border and no objects being passed across the line. Mahoney said her grandmother was overjoyed to be able to attend. And here come the tears. She was extremely excited, the bride said. I've seen her once in 2 years, so it was very emotional. All three of us cried, me included. As she expressed to me later that to witness the happiest day of my life is a moment she would never forget. Mahoney's father, Paul Mahoney, said getting to attend the wedding from across the border was the best thing to being able to walk her down the aisle. We would not have missed it, not for the world, he told WTPZ-TV. The couple held their originally planned ceremony the next day in New York with the rest of their guests. I got to marry the most beautiful woman in the world 2 days in a row, Ray said. Come on, that's true love. Now this next story, when I saw it, I couldn't help but laugh. Missing Turkish man found after unwittingly joining his own search party. A Turkish man reported missing after a night of drinking in the woods was found after he unknowingly joined his own search party. Behan Mutlu, 50, from Senegal, said he was in Kayaka for a construction job when he and his friends spent an evening drinking in the woods. Mutlu said he went back to a friend's villa to sleep about 2 a.m., but his friends thought he had drunkenly wandered off into the woods and reported him missing to the police. The construction worker said he woke the next morning and encountered a search party who said they were seeking a missing person. Mutlu said he joined in the search and didn't realize he was the person they were searching for, till another search party member started shouting out his name. They called my name, Bayan Mutlu. I said, Mutlu. Oh, that's me, he told the Daily Sabah. Mutlu was interviewed by police and released. What happened is all like a joke. And it has to be. You join your own search party. Now here we go again with the crater of diamonds. Where were these rocks when I was a child, teenager looking? Come on. Visitor finds 4.38 carat yellow diamond. California woman visiting the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas found a 4.38 carat yellow diamond after less than an hour. An hour of searching, officials said. All day long, 3 days in a row. Nothing. I'm not bitter. Arkansas State Parks said Noreen Redberg of Granite Bay was visiting the park with her husband on Thursday and had been looking for gems in an open field for about 40 minutes when she spotted something shiny on the surface. I didn't know it was a diamond then, but it was clean and shiny, so I picked it up. Redberg's husband Michael took her find to the Diamond Discovery Center, where it was identified as a 4.38 carat yellow diamond. When I first saw this diamond under the microscope, I thought, wow, what a beautiful shape and color, Park Superintendent Caleb Howell said. Mrs. Redberg's diamond weighs more than 4 carats and is about the size of a jelly bean, with a pear shape and a lemonade yellow color. Officials said Redberg's discovery is the largest diamond found at the park since October 2020. Redberg said she hasn't decided whether to have the diamond cut or leave it as is. I don't even know what it's worth yet. It's all new to me, she said. Someday it'll be mine. Okay. It is the season of Halloween, so why wouldn't you have a skeleton in your car riding along with you? Texas driver cited for using carpool lanes with skeleton passenger. Authorities in Texas said a driver using a high-occupancy vehicle lane was ticketed when deputies noticed the only passenger was a Halloween skeleton. The Harris County PCT 5 Constable's Office said in a Facebook post that a driver was pulled over by deputies who noticed the driver was the only human being in the vehicle while it was using the Katy Tollway HOV lanes. The passenger seat of the vehicle was occupied by a skeleton Halloween decoration wearing a hat. Our deputy saw right through the ruse and issued the driver a bona fide citation, the Post said. After a sternum lecture, deputies wished him bon voyage. Can't make this stuff up, folks. Now, I found this story a couple of weeks ago, but when I did last week's and the week before, I could not find the story again. I have refound the story, and I think it is one of the most hilarious stories ever. especially concerning lockdowns. New Zealand, COVID. Men caught smuggling KFC in the lockdown hit Auckland. New Zealand police have made a bizarre arrest after a pair of alleged gang associates were caught trying to enter Auckland with a boot full of KFC chicken and tens of thousands of dollars. The men were charged with breaching the country's tough COVID-19 rules. Under Auckland's strict Level 4 lockdown, all restaurants, including takeaway services, remain closed. Police said the men, aged 23 and 30, had traveled from Hamilton, about 70 miles south of Auckland. A police spokesman told the BBC that officers made the arrest after they noticed a suspicious-looking vehicle traveling on a gravel road on the outskirts of the city. Upon seeing the police car, the vehicle did a U-turn and sped off, trying to evade the police, they said. The vehicle was searched and police located the cash alongside empty ounce bags and a large amount of takeaways. Police photos show at least 3 buckets of chicken, about 10 cups of coleslaw, a large package of fries, and 4 large bags containing other KFC items. They also seized New Zealand's $100,000, US $70,000 in cash. It is unclear whether the men intended to sell the food or if they hoped to use it as a distraction if they were pulled over. If you hadn't sped up, you might not have got into trouble. The spokesman said that the men would appear in court later in the year for breaching public health rules, but added that further charges are also likely. The investigation is ongoing. The pair's risky late-night food run means they now face heavy punishments under New Zealand's tough anti-COVID laws. Fines can reach up to New Zealand's $4,000, and some offenders can even face prison sentences of up to 6 months. The men are not the first New Zealanders whose first fast food cravings have landed them in trouble with the authorities. Last week, a 20-year-old man was charged after he posted a video to TikTok showing him leaving Auckland and purchasing a large amount of food from McDonald's. Auckland will move to a Level 3 lockdown from midnight on Tuesday, which is by now already happened since this happened like September the 20th, 21st. However, freedoms will still be severely limited, with residents confined to their homes unless they are attending school, work, or shopping. The rest of the country remains at a Level 2 lockdown, with shops, restaurants, bars, and nightclubs all open. COVID has brought some really ridiculous rules into place, and they're not laws. Most of these places, they're not laws, they're just mandates. But for some reason, people are considering them laws. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again next week. Things are getting a little calmer for me. Thank goodness. But I'll see you again soon. And remember, be kind.